Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I just want to share a tip and explain how you can best prepare in order to make a lot of gold in patch 10.0.5. So what I'm going to talk about in today's video are all the different armor pieces and weapons from Warlords of Draenor. And basically, all these different weapons and armors are going to be selling for a lot of gold, and here is why. Basically, for those of you who are not familiar with all these different items, in Warlords of Draenor, you were able to craft all the different armor pieces and weapons with 6 different type of eye levels. So basically, you were able to craft the first base item, and then using some essences that you could craft with all the different professions, you could upgrade this weapon through 6 different stages. And each time, the weapon would get an increase in eye level and in stats. But what's interesting is that also every 2 stages, the weapon would get a new appearance. And so each time you would get a better and better appearance. So for instance, if I take the example of the axe, here you have the first stage, then you have the second stage, and then you have the final stage. So as you can see, there is a big difference between the first stage and the final stage. So this is really interesting because basically with each item you were able to collect 3 different appearances each time, and like that you were able to really make a lot of gold just by selling all these different items. However, I think it was early Shadowlands, all these different essences have became completely irrelevant and they just became gray items, so you were not able to use them anymore. So the result was that basically you were not able to craft any of these items other than the base versions. So only the people who were already like crafting some of these items before and who had some of these items before the nerf happened were able to sell them on the auction house, but no one was able to craft new items after this moment. So some of the most popular items, and for instance, I'm going to include here the example of the gun, which as you can see had a final really good appearance. Right now, for instance, on European realms, you can only find 2 with the final appearance, and they're selling for around 1 million gold. So really, all these different armor pieces have been some items that a lot of people have been requesting for a long period of time because, well, a lot of them are actually really nice, and it doesn't include only the weapons, but also all the different armor pieces, as you can see. And so a lot of people have been waiting to be able to get all these items again without having to pay maybe like 1 million gold in order to get each of these different appearances from the auction house. And with patch 10.0.5, the different essences are back into the game, and basically using the same system as in Dragonflight, you will be able to use them as optional regents, and like that you will be able to upgrade the eye level and the appearances of the different items. So it means that starting next week, you will be able to craft all these different items again. And as people have been waiting for years to get these appearances, trust me, if you are able to craft them as soon as the patch will launch, you will probably make a lot of really good sales, especially for instance with the weapons such as for instance the gun. So now when it comes to crafting all these different items, it's actually pretty simple. All you want to do is really get 1 garrison level 1, and then everything will take place inside the garrison. So all you want to do is go inside your garrison, and you want to go and just talk to the architect, or just go and have a look at the garrison architect map. So here you want to go in small, and basically you will have different buildings for each of the professions. So what you want to do is unlock the different buildings that are linked to your professions, and then you want to upgrade them. So again, normally you should be able to do that even with a level 1 garrison. And then when you have your building unlocked, you just want to go and you want to talk to the different trainers. So here there is one thing that is going to be extremely important, and this is why I'm making this video now. And it's basically getting these different secrets of Draenor for all the different professions, because this is with this currency that you will be able to buy all the different recipes, including the one for the different essences. Here there is one very important information I want to stress, and basically it's the fact that they specify in their article that the recipes for optional regents for each relevant profession will be available from the vendors in the garrison and in Ashran. So here it means that probably these recipes will actually be only added into the game in patch 10.0.5, and so these will maybe be different than the ones we have right now for the different essences. So what you want to do is keep your secrets. Do not use them on the different recipes for the different essences that are currently available from the different vendors. Keep them, and when patch 10.0.5 will be launched, in the morning, go visit the vendors and then buy the recipes for the optional reagents, because these are the different items that you will be able to craft and then to use, and probably also to sell directly on the auction house. So do that, and don't waste your secrets on the old recipes, because maybe these will still be irrelevant even after patch 10.0.5 and new recipes will be added instead. So in order to craft these different secrets of Draenor, all you want to do is again go talk to the trainer. You just want to have blacksmithing level 1 with Warlords of Draenor, and then you will be able to buy a recipe in order to then start crafting these different secrets. So this is normally something you can really do with just level 1 in blacksmithing and with a garrison level 1. So normally it's extremely easy. Then basically just with 5 of these true iron ore, and as you can see this is really something that doesn't cost anything, you will be able to craft one of these secrets per day, per profession and per character. So this is something again that you will have to do every day in order to do each time one secret and to unlock different recipes. So I'm making this video now because basically if you want to be ready for the launch of the patch, and if you want to be able to craft some of these items directly at the launch, you want to start crafting all these different secrets now, because like that you will be able to get a few and then unlock at least 1 or 2 recipes and then start crafting these different items. So keep in mind it's the same for all the different professions. Each time you will just need a different regent, but it's extremely easy to craft and this is a daily cooldown. And then again, after that you can buy all the different recipes and you will then be able to craft all these different items. Also, of course, something you need to start doing right now, and it is basically crafting all the different materials you will need, and some of these materials might be binds when picked up, such as for instance the true steel ingots that you can see right now. It's the same for instance for leather working with the different furs that you need. So in order to craft these different true steel ingot, there are 3 different ways. The first one, of course, is simply by crafting them with your profession. As you can see, you can craft normally 8 per day, and you just need 20 of these true iron ore and of this black rock ore. Then when you have your forge or your building up, you want to talk to this person who is the basically work order trainer, and you want to talk to the person, and you will be able like that to get 12 per day just by again posting some of these work orders using some true iron ore. Then you also have the Blingotron. So the Blingotron is one of these little toys that you can see just here. And when you open the one from Warlords of Draenor, the one Blingotron 5000, you will be able to get some of these materials specific to your profession. So this is also a really interesting thing that you can do every day. And finally, there is another way, but this one is not something that will be really easy. But basically, in your garrison, normally you will have just like a vendor that sells some of these items. And as you can see, using some of these primal spirits that are also binds when picked up, you will be able to buy some of these materials. But it's only if you already have some of these primal spirits maybe in your bank or something like that, that you will really be able to use that as your advantage. Also, if you're wondering what are the best items you can craft and the best profession you can get from Warlords of Draenor, I would say that engineering is going to be for me one of the best, simply because you can craft the gun with this profession. So really the gun is one of the most popular items, and probably you will be able to make a lot of gold by crafting this stage 6 gun. Then you have like all the goggles, but these ones don't really change appearance even at stage 6, so these ones don't really matter. After that, I would say that blacksmithing is going to be really, really good because you have all the different weapons, including the different shields. You have 2 shields in total. So these are always things that people are also looking forward to. And as you can see, these are pretty good shields. And then you have all the different armor pieces. And again, keep in mind that these different armor pieces will change in appearances each time you change the different stages. So that's also something to keep in mind, because it means that you will be able basically to sell 3 different types of armor pieces each time. Then after that, I would say that inscription is also going to be pretty interesting simply because you have the two staffs. So these ones are really, really good. The stage 1 is this one and the stage 3 is this one. So as you can see, this is a beautiful staff and something again that was almost unobtainable until now. Then you also have this one, which is also really cool when you have the last stage. And again, something that for a long period of time was very difficult to get. You also have these over items that really I don't think will be so interesting. But still, this is something to keep in mind, and you might be able to make a little bit of gold with these as well. And then, of course, you have leatherworking and tailoring that are both very interesting. With leatherworking, you have all the different leather armor pieces, and you also have all the different mail armor pieces. And I know that some of them, especially the last one, that is the red version, can be really, really good. And I know that a lot of people might buy these ones because they're pretty cool. And then, of course, tailoring also has all the different cloaks, and the cloaks might also sell for quite a lot of gold. So that's also something to keep in mind. But all these different professions, honestly, are going to be great. And so I would recommend you to try and get as many professions up to date as possible, but especially the ones crafting all the different weapons, because these are really going to be the big selling ticket items. So normally with all of that in mind, you should be able to start preparing right now. And like that, maybe if it's not at the beginning of the patch, even like a week or two after that, you will be able to craft all these different items. And hopefully you will be able to make a lot of gold with these different appearances. Keep in mind, of course, that some people already have unlocked everything and so they will be ready. And so therefore they will have probably a little bit of competition. But still, on many realms, I'm sure that you will be able to sell some and to find a market for it. So I would again strongly encourage you to start doing that today. And like that, you will be able to make some gold with all these different cool appearances in 10.0.5. So that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye.